Okay, this time I think we're going to talk about being tired because my family thinks that it'd be a good idea if I went to a depression and an anxiety support group, which would be an interesting idea. I've never been to one, but I guess the bottom line is to try and figure out and understand that there are other people that are suffering from this same daily struggle as I am, which I guess would be a great idea. So, I guess let's talk about what I would probably say if I went to the support group. First of all, I think the title kind of says it everything, being tired. I'm tired of waking up every day and being exhausted no matter how much or how little sleep I get. I wake up and I can't function some days, most days actually, if you want to know the truth. Sometimes breathing and even moving out of my bed takes so much effort that I just need a nap afterwards. And I know that sounds ridiculous and funny, but it's pretty accurate. Um, I think last time I said that I'm so exhausted that I can feel it in my organs and my bones, which I can. I can feel it to the deepest level of my soul of how exhausted I can be. But yet I still push myself and get up and get out of bed and go and do what I need to do, which is go to work. But the sad part is a lot of times I make these lists for my days off and then something happens and I try and do at least one of the things and then I need to do like 10 more things. And I'm so exhausted after doing one thing that I just can't find the energy or I guess find the motivation to complete the rest of the stuff, even though I need to, which is another thing that I'm tired of having no motivation to do anything. I come home and I have no motivation to cook, even though I enjoy cooking, or read sometimes, even though I love reading. And my motivational level is just really to be able to get into bed and try and sleep. But the sad part is even though my body is crying out for me to be able to sleep, my mind won't let me sleep 98% of the time. I'm exhausted and I'm tired of my mind racing all the time. That's why I think part of the reason, at least, that I'm such a crazy sleeper. I flip flop, I move, I can't sit still, is because my brain won't sit still long enough for me to be able to function while I'm sleeping. That's another thing I'm exhausted and I'm tired of dealing with. I'm tired of being scared all of the time, if you want to know the truth. And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional then because this one's a little harder, I think, to talk about. Um, I'm tired of when I come home and I'm just scared of being alone and being lonely and going to sleep, I guess, uh, with no companionship, if you want to know the truth. And I think I'm scared to the point where I'm willing to stay in relationships that are just not good for me, if you want to know the truth, um, longer than I probably should because I'm just so scared of being alone. And I'm scared of going to sleep, honestly, because I have these crazy nightmares. I dream about death and I dream about people killing me and my family, my loved ones. I dream about stuff that I probably shouldn't talk about on YouTube, but I do dream about being sexually assaulted. I dream about kidnapping. I dream about really scary stuff, if you want to know the truth. And so that's why when people ask me if I watch the news, I don't need to watch the news. I relive it in my head all of the time. And so, even though my body is crying for me to go to sleep, my mind just keeps thinking about these things. They keep thinking about, they're worried about my job all the time, no matter if my boss says I'm doing a good job or not. It's just a constant struggle. Uh, they're worried about whether or not I'll be able to wake up and be okay. Um, which I think is going to be another conversation for another time. I'm tired of this anxiety that I feel all of the time. And if I was to explain it the best that I could. I guess I would explain it with an elephant sitting on my chest, and a boa constrictor is wrapped around the insides of my body so that I can't breathe. And then, unfortunately, one of the side effects is that I say something really stupid that I probably shouldn't say. But if I don't say it, I feel like I'll explode. So I'm really tired of that. I'm tired of being judged because I don't sleep well, and people automatically assume that that means I'm lazy because I go to sleep late and I wake up late. But the question is what time I go to sleep and what time I wake up. The question is not how long did it take you to go to sleep? How often did you wake up in the middle of the night? How long did it take you to get back to sleep after you got up to go to the bathroom? How many times did you wake up in the middle of the night because you had a bad dream? Those are never the questions. The questions are just what time did you wake up and what time did you go to sleep? And that just means that you're lazy, I guess, which is really sad because I get up every day and I drive really a long time to go to work. And then I work and then I come home and I do it again. So every day I wake up and I work really hard. I work full time, even though a lot of people in my position don't work, which I'm not saying anything about. But a lot of people choose to not work either, which is not fair either. So instead of saying that I'm lazy, maybe people could start understanding that I'm not. My body needs more sleep than most people's. I'm tired of being the medical field's guinea pig. I'm tired of people just giving me random medicine and hoping and praying that it'll work and crossing their fingers. And even though it doesn't work, then they'll give me something else, which is another thing that I'll talk about later at another time. I'm tired of feeling like I'm in someone else's body, quite honestly, which is sad, I guess, but it's true. I'm tired of, even though my fan is on all the time, I'm tired of waking up in sweat all of the time because I'm so scared and so anxious. I'm tired of waking up and literally drenched in sweat. Even though my fan is blowing, I can't take off any more clothing than this. I have short sleeves on, I have shorts on. I mean, I wake up and I take off my clothes sometimes and I still wake up and I'm drenched in sweat. I can't do anything else. I'm tired of feeling like I'm going through menopause, even though I'm way too young to go through menopause. But if you want to know a secret, this stuff that I am, this depression and this anxiety adds probably about 50 years if you want to know the truth to your emotional stability and your feelings. And then on top of that, I have headaches. I suffer through headaches. So then on top of that, that just makes you even more tired. I'm tired of all of these things. I'm tired of just hoping and praying that it'll get better, even though it's not seeming to get better, no matter how many things I do. I've taken medicine, I've taken teas, I've done meditation, I've gone to doctors, I've gone to different doctors, I've gone not to doctors, I've gone to counselors, I've talked to people about it, I've opened up to family members, I've opened up to partners, I've done everything I can, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it not getting better. I'm really tired of that because every day I wish upon a star, when I come home at nighttime because there's stars up for it to get a little better. Even a little bit. And it's not. It doesn't. And it's hard for me to get up every day and go to work and find the energy to interact with people. And it really hurts my feelings when people ask me why I don't smile. I smile all of the time. And I'll let you in on a big secret. You don't smile most of the time. And I'm smiling
more than you are most of the time. And people ask me, "What's wrong? Why don't you smile? You're not smiling all the time." Nobody smiles all the time. I hate to tell you, but nobody does. I smile most of the time. I smile more than most people. And for people to just assume that uh, I, I look cranky or something because I'm not smiling, that's not fair. They don't know what's going on inside of my head. They don't know what's going on with me, and they don't care. They don't ask. I care. I ask, but nobody else seems to care when they ask me why I don't smile. Um, this video went on a little longer than most of my other ones, but I think if people have the attention span and the time to go through the whole thing, then I think they'll find it most enlightening and most helpful. I will talk to you next time, and as always, please stay safe.